excited to be here with you today and to show you some of the best do's and the biggest don'ts that I see happen with contouring your face. So we're gonna cover those. I'm gonna show you how to get the perfect like chiseled look when you're doing your highlight and your contour. So while I'm waiting for a few people to hop on and join us, I am gonna go ahead and put on my highlight so that that's all set, and then I'll be able to go through and show you guys exactly what you want to do and what you want to avoid when you're doing your contouring. So as you hop on, say hi. Tell me you're here watching me. Just gonna throw this contour or this highlight on really fast so that I can jump right into that contour for you guys. And we'll make this a really quick, hopefully informative video. It's been the weirdest week. My kids are back in school. I have only my baby at home. And my house has I don't even remember the time, the last time my house was this clean and this quiet. It's so almost eerie. My oldest two are 15 months apart, and so I only ever even had one baby at home for a really, really short amount of time. Hey, Mom. And so this is all new to me. I really have never had just one baby at home. It feels so weird. And he's such a good baby. He's in watching his Moana. Been working on his ABCs today. Oh, he's so cute. I'm sorry guys, my lighting is so funky. If I keep my hands up, the lighting is good. If the hands go down, it goes bright. Do you see that? It's so weird. Okay, so I'm mainly gonna focus on contouring your cheekbones today because that's where I see the most mistakes being made. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my forehead like normal. So with your forehead, you really just kind of want to tap it into your hairline and then just kind of feather it forward just a little bit. You don't want to do a ton of sweeping back and forth motion because you don't want to just cake it on. So just kind of tap a little bit right in that hairline and then just feather it forward. And when I say feather it forward, it's because the most contour you're going to have is going to be back here. And as you just lightly pull it forward like that, it's just very subtly going to just blend it for you. Well, we'll still go in with the perfector and blend a little bit more, but that kind of gets things started as far as blending goes. All right, and then I'm going to take and we're going to do some contour under this jawline. Now, we'll talk about this for just a second. The one thing that I want to talk about with doing your jawline is that you're not contouring your entire neck and you don't want to take it up on the front part of this jawline. And so all you're really doing is that part that just barely tucks underneath your jawline, you're just adding that shadow. So if you look at my face right now, I don't have anything on right there. You can already naturally see this shadow that goes from right here to right here. It doesn't come clear down my neck. And I know that the lighting is funny, but it doesn't come clear down my neck. It's just a little shadow right there. Now, if you want to darken your neck because you want to blend it, you want to have a bronzy look, that's where you'd kind of come in with the bronzer, and you could kind of throw some bronzer on your neck and do that. But as far as contouring your jawline, you're just going to come right here where that shadow already naturally is, and I kind of bring it, just follow that shadow and just take it right there. And then we'll do the same thing over here. I see way too often girls trying to put that contour on this front part of their jaw, and you want to avoid that. You don't want to put it on that front part of your jaw. You want to keep it right under where it curves. We're not drawing ourselves on a beard or anything. Now, if you've got double chin problems, and so you're working with like a lot of excess skin down here or something, then in that case you can take and run a little bit of contour just right here where that kind of naturally would come in, and you can run a little bit of contour right there, which will blend out anyways. So I'm going to take my blender because I don't want to look at this the whole time, and I'm going to blend in my forehead here a little bit, and we're going to blend in that jawline. And now we can get to the good stuff, which is our cheeks. Let me just blend, make sure my highlight is all good to go. Okay, so now we can jump right into that, the contour on the cheekbone. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start by doing, I'm going to do one cheekbone and I'm going to contour the correct way. And then on the other side, I'm going to show you some different mistakes that I see people make with their contour, so that you can see side by side the difference and what a difference it makes to really properly do it the way that it's designed to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my contour, and I wear the olive contour, and I'm taking the fat side of my 30-second hack brush, but if you can see, oh, you can't see very good, I only put that contour just barely on this side. So it's not like the whole thing is dug in and I have this big thick ball of contour. It's just a little bit on that edge. You could also use a finer, like the Detail hack brush is thinner, and that works really well too. You just don't want to put like a really big glob of contour on. So once you've got your fine contour here, what you want to do is you want to feel your cheek, and you can feel your cheekbone. Like I can feel on my cheekbone, and then I drop below my cheekbone right there. Cheekbone, and I drop. And you can feel right where that is. And if you've got good lighting, you can see right where that is. So what you want to do is you want to start your contour. You want to keep that contour right underneath that cheekbone. So you don't ever want to put that contour up here on the bone. You want it to fall right underneath. So you can almost like cup your hand underneath that cheekbone. That's where you want to put it. And we're just going to do a pretty thin line right here. And I like to kind of curve it because your cheekbone doesn't just run forever. It stops right here. And so I kind of bring that shadow kind of almost behind my cheekbone, and then drag it under my cheekbone. And then right here, that cheekbone starts to curve and kind of round out. I kind of curve and round with it. Because what we're doing is we're creating an artificial shadow. Well, there is a shadow there, but we're accentuating it to that cheekbone. So everyone is going to contour a little bit different based on the shape of your own personal cheekbone. So you need to feel your cheekbone to know exactly where you want to put that. But you're just going to take it and drag it right under that cheekbone, just like that. Now, one thing you want to be sure that you do, or I should say don't do, is if you see right here your laugh lines that run right here, you don't ever want to run your contour in front of that space. So this is like the happy triangle that's going to stay nice and highlighted, and then your contour is going to start behind that. Another way to find where your contour needs to start or end in the front is if you suck your cheeks in. That point right there that sucks in, which is pretty much the same point as where your laugh line is, you don't ever want to go in front of that. So if you ever accidentally pull your contour too far forward, just take your highlight and kind of re-highlight that area to make sure you haven't brought it too far forward. So just check what I've got going on here. Now obviously nothing is blended yet, but I want you to see how much of my jawline down here is still highlighted. So we did contour under the jaw, then the whole underside of the jaw right here is all highlighted, and then you just have this thin contour line here. What I see happen the most frequent than any other contour mistake is that people will take their contour and they just kind of want to fill in this whole space right here. Like kind of the whole side of their cheek. Actually, I was watching a makeup tutorial the other day where this is how a girl contoured her face. She contoured it all the way down to her jawline. Now, because contour is creating a shadow, what you're doing is you're creating a shadow where you don't want a shadow. You really want your shadow to run just right underneath that cheekbone. You don't want to make your jawline disappear. And so if you can kind of see this side, now I'm not blended yet, I'll finish and blend, but you can kind of see that this side, my cheekbone is really lifted and it just kind of accentuates my face, whereas this side looks like just kind of really hollow all the way from here down to the bottom. And I'll kind of show you some more. I'm gonna just add, because I feel so weird with no blush on. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of blush. Gosh, I'm sorry guys, my lighting is so funky today. I tried messing with my blinds and getting it just right, and I can't get the lighting to stop like whitewashing me out here. Okay, so this is like a properly blended contour. It's right there under the cheekbone. You put your little bit of blush right here on your apples of your cheeks and just kind of blend it back across, not so much like you're drawing another stripe across the top of your contour, but it'll just kind of blend back naturally if you put the most of it right here on your cheekbone or on the apples of your cheeks, and then just kind of tap it back to blend it back towards your temple. And you get just a really nice soft contour right there. So let's see if you guys can see the difference between those two sides, where the one is where it's supposed to be and then the other one is dragged way down. And you see kind of the difference there. I am like sweating terribly down here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit of, I don't always like to finish my makeup with powder, but if I know I'm gonna be sweating or I'm gonna be out in the sun, I usually will finish it with a little bit of powder just to make sure that I don't get all greasy and shiny. The AC is on, Dad. It's not on as low as you like it, but it's on. All right. Okay, so contour do. Keep it right underneath that cheekbone and curve it, shape it exactly to your cheekbone. Make sure that you're highlighting your jawline. Contour don't, covering your entire cheek with your contour and just hollowing out that space right there. Another one of the contour don'ts is what I kind of talked about on this side, is staying out of that like happy space triangle right there. So if you're putting on your contour and you're bringing it all the way down, I probably should have picked a darker contour for a video about contouring. See, that's right under the jawline where you want it, but it's coming in too far. So even once you try to start blending that out, because it comes too far forward, you're creating a weird shadow right here next to your lips. And I'm not sure how well you can see, but it almost like changes the shapes of my lips because you've got this funky shadow right here. So you want to make sure that you're never bringing that way too far forward like that. You want to make sure you keep it out of that happy space triangle. So first don't fill your whole cheek with contour. Second don't bring it way too far forward and interrupt that happy triangle space. And then the third contour don't is not taking time to find that cheekbone and bringing your contour up too high. Now, I don't see this one as often, but it definitely does happen. The other two are a lot more common. Most of the time when I see this happen is when I'm talking with someone who is really, really used to wearing bronzer, and they kind of feel like they're replacing their bronzer with contour. You're not. Bronzer and contour have totally different roles. What's the matter, honey? Yeah, thank So your contour is creating a shadow. You really shouldn't see your contour a whole lot because it's just creating that shadow. Whereas bronzer, you're trying to create an overall bronzed look. So with bronzer, you can go through, I'll show you. So with your bronzer, this is our Cayman bronzer, you can go through kind of on those cheekbones, underneath, on your forehead, and create like a really, I have yours, Tiffany, and create that nice, pretty, like sun-kissed look. And I'm using the big fluffy end of our powder brush and our bronzer. So you can go through this way and add that really pretty sun-kissed look with our bronzer, but it's totally separate than what you're doing with the contour down here. Bronzer is adding that sun-kissed glow. The contour is adding a shadow. So when you throw your contour on as if it's a bronzer, even if you go through and try blending it out afterwards, I don't know if you can see super well how it alters the shape of my face. So this side looks like it comes in really nice and natural. This side kind of just looks like it's like straight and flat and just cut off and doesn't have like hardly any shape to it at all. So that's where your blush kind of comes in, or the bronzer. So then with your blush, you're gonna take it right up here on the apples of the cheeks, and then you're gonna take it back. So if I've done my bronzer up high, or if I've done my contour up high where I'm gonna do my cheek color, then when I come in with my cheek color, and I tap that there on the apples of my cheeks, which there's kind of already contour there, and then I try to blend that back to my temple, then we're just kind of caking the product on right there because we've already got that contour on right where we really want to put our blush, instead of keeping our blush up here on the apples of our cheek and our contour down low. So you really want to make sure that your placement on that is just right. Once you've kind of checked your cheekbone a couple of times, it's not something you're going to have to do every single time you're applying your makeup. Once you've checked it a couple of times and you get a feel for where that cheekbone is and how you want to put it, it gets a lot easier and you're not feeling for your cheekbone every time. Now, I will say that using these cream foundations that Mascara has to do your highlighting and contouring, they're so easy and so forgiving. I mean, if I was using like a powder contour to do this demonstration for you, it would be so much more apparent how dark and how funky this side looks. But because these cream foundations, they blend so well, they just kind of melt right into your skin. I mean, it's really hard to mess up your makeup with this. So I in no way want to scare anyone away from doing some highlighting and contouring, because the fact of the matter is, I put all the don'ts on this side of my face, and if you couldn't see this side, you probably wouldn't think there was anything wrong with this side of my face, right? It still looks fine, but to use it properly and have it really look the way you want it to, then you want to follow those do's. So don't be scared to highlight and contour your face. These products are so forgiving, and I'm always here to help you and to give you some different tips and tricks. If you've got your makeup already and you're like, I need a little bit of help or guidance on where I should put it on my face, please just feel free to message me or comment below. Let me know that you need some help and I'm more than happy to help you. Or if you would like to try out some of our contouring colors and see how it looks to do some contouring on your face, then message me and let me know, and I'll help you find the right color for you. And we'll get you going to get you that perfect chiseled look and make sure that you can do it and be out of the door quick. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And I would love it if you guys do your makeup and try some of these different techniques with your contour, post your pictures on here. Let me see them. I would love to see how you love your makeup and how you're doing it. And I just get so excited when I see your pictures. So please share them with me. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you later.